Hey guys, so this is another Who to Summon video, and this time around, we have like too many frickin' choices this time. I mean, who would actually predict this type of thing? 4 heroes, and the 3 usual ones we actually get on Sunday. So yeah, lots of options this time around, guys, but don't worry, I'm gonna help you out with that. So let's talk about Shadow Luca. I mean, why not? Shadow Luca, when she was released, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her to +5. I don't care if she's good or bad, because, yeah, I love this hero in general. However, out of all the heroes, this is not gonna be a must-have hero, sadly. But that doesn't mean she doesn't have any uses. Her ability to actually give shield to the entire freaking team in mana is no joke, guys. If you set her up in the correct defense team, in the correct attack team, she's going to overperform in many ways. And she does combo off a lot with Adretha, if you can believe it. In that case, and it's going to make Adretha in certain situations when using Director End to be able to go out 3 times in a single freaking turn. So that is monstrously powerful in that case. However, she is not a must-have hero because you are able to play the game without her. But the game is enhanced a lot in certain attack teams. Like, I use her specifically on my Daemon team because she creates so many shields. It's not even funny. She actually helps to protect my Malfoy, which Malfoy is the one that's supposed to be protecting the entire friggin' team. So yeah, she goes off for free, and in Daemon teams, usually mana is not really high, and with her, you'll be able to protect your team very nicely. So I do like Shadow Luca and that team specifically. And as I said, Adretha and things like that are very powerful stuff, guys. And for the +1, that's the actual mana she actually gets, so it's really important for her for sure. And the +3, upon successfully cleansing allies debuffs, restores 10% HP, so she gains HP in that case. And the +5, she'll be able to, when pretty much she dies, Fatal Blow increases dodge by 100%, 1 time per battle. And Enhanced Root Umbra has a 100% chance to grant a shield to all allies. And pretty much this guarantees that she's going to give shield to the entire frickin' team. And that's the +5. However, honestly, this +1, I think this is the sweet spot for her. Because gaining mana in this respect is so useful. And it doesn't matter which color teams you're actually using her. So, in that situation, that is very useful for your team to actually getting mana. In my Daemon team, it usually doesn't get a lot of mana. And this helps a lot. In your usual purple teams with your Director End and your Elmis, maybe you don't need as much mana, but you're still going to want it in that situation. So if you decide to go for Shadow Luca, definitely her +1 is her sweet spot in this case. And that Surge. Also, if you're going to get Shadow Luca, if you have Adretha, you're going to love her. I promise you're gonna love her in that situation. If you do have Adretha, try to get the 9 emblems, the 5-star 5 emblems for Adretha. That's gonna make, like, wow, that is gonna change your game 100%, guys. Now, for Insulator, I did say back in the day she's a must-have, and I have not changed my mind. She is still a freaking must-have. There's a lot of enemy realm users in the game, but this is one of the specific enemy realm uses that you're not able to counter without an actual realm. And even if you do have a realm, you're gonna get the overload anyway when the hero that you activate to actually create the team realm in that case. So yeah, not even with your usual shenanigans of realms and things like that or other abilities from the game, you're able to counter the ability for the overload that she has with her realm. So that's going to cause a lot of problems if you don't know how to manage correctly, connect the stones and all that good stuff. It's going to be really complicated to actually beat Insulator. And there are certain teams that are designed to lock you up with stuns and Insulator on the team. Once you get stunned and you get 100% overload, it's going to be really difficult for you to recuperate after that. So yeah, Insulator is a very powerful hero. No joke, guys. I mean, yeah, very powerful stuff. The +1, when battle begins, lures are pretty much the same ability as every single realm here in the entire freaking game. Starts the battle, she gets it. And Enhanced Insulator Domain restores 20% mana to Insulator when an enemy casts a skill in the domain. So yeah, that's pretty nice. But the main thing is this part. Every single realm here in the game needs their +1 to be able to activate the realm right off the bat. That changes everything for every single, and Insulators is no different here. The +3 enhanced skill effect Insulator allies will be immune to overload for 4 turns. So, so enhanced skill effect. So this is the part of the skill. Let me confirm that real quick because I haven't read here. It says the skill. I think that ability. It says skill effect, so Insulator's allies will be immune. So yeah, now I remember. Because the thing is that once you actually use your skill and you have an enemy Insulator, and you have this buff, you will be immune to overload. Cannot be dispelled. That's really awesome. And the +5, when taken effect of the blow, becomes immune, and everybody freaking gets 100 over. How can I forget that? Nobody can forget that. That is way too much, guys. And ends into the domain when enemies on the domain cast a skill, increases mana overload effect received by 100%. It restores 20% mana for an allied screen saver for the lowest mana. So, bottom line, you get 100%. Yeah, it's really, really annoying when you actually finally get to kill Insulator. She revives, and you see your entire freaking team gets 100% overload. You cross your fingers, and you hope that you're able to kill that Insulator with stones, but not of your own color, of another color. They're only hitting by one hit there, or in that situation, because most of the time you're also going to get stunned. In my experience, you're also going to get stunned by other heroes in that case. So yeah, that is super annoying. But as I said, her sweet spot is definitely the +1 in this case. So yeah, Insulator is a very, very, very powerful hero. Do not underestimate her, especially if she's on the far left on your team. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations with her. Recently, I fought a team with a very powerful Rosamia combo team, and her. That is game over, guys. Insulator doesn't let you do anything, and Rosamia literally murders you. So, yeah. Very powerful stuff, guys. Do not underestimate Insulator. And last but not least, Grusha. Grusha has been proven to be an absolute monster. I said that she is a must-have, and I have seen no reason why I should say otherwise. She is an absolute monster. I did want to release her update video, and I will release her update video a little later today. However, I had some problems yesterday, so yeah. So anyhow, I will be releasing her update video to show you off some footage that I have for her. But in the meantime, Grusha is an absolute monster. Now I'm officially afraid of getting attacked by this hero. Why? Because I have a mono purple team, and an enemy that is weaker than me attacked me with their Grusha, and they literally melted my Mildred. I was like, what? How is that even possible? Well, with a powerful Adretha and a Grusha turning you yellow and gaining 30% extra damage dealt, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna kill an Adretha. I mean, sorry, Mildred in that case. So Mildred is no match for Grusha. So that's gonna be a very powerful enemy in that situation. Very powerful stuff, guys, for sure. Just in case I'm missing something, because she's a dispeller, not a cleanser. So probably before actually attacking Mildred, you may want to cleanse your team first, and then activate Grusha, and then activate Idritha. That will be a very powerful combo to take out pretty much anybody in the game. Maybe not the... Maybe not Lubu, the red tank in that situation, the red taunter in that situation. Maybe not him so easily, but he's still going to be turned yellow. I got to see that in action, guys. That would be freaking amazing. But anyhow, every single time I see Grusha attacking, she is overpowering everybody, because purple is a very, very, very high damage color, and you add it, and you add the ability to turn enemies into yellow and giving them extra damage dealt. In other words, damage to the enemy. Yeah, that is gonna make a really strong impression. And she hits like a freaking tank. I mean, not like a game tank. I mean, like a real life tank, guys. She hits like a truck, especially with her own weapon. And yeah, I finally did get her weapon in that situation. I did want to give the quick tip in this situation on actually trying to get weapons in the game. Feast of whatever. Feast of Flame. So do try to save these these things, legendary forge stones. Look, I have 1,599 just to be able to get these 10 of these right out the bat. I think I got them 2 more times before, and this time by refreshing this here over here. So once you actually get this, you'll be able to get 10 of these. So I got 30 of those. I was able to get the weapon without spending gems, like big amount of gems and all that good stuff on the actual event for Destiny chart. So I haven't spent a lot of these, as you can see here, and haven't spent my gems on that specifically. So that is my tip to actually getting weapons in general for any hero. So very important stuff, guys. You have to save those ores to be able to trade it off and get those clovers there. So anyhow, for her awakenings, the +1 enhanced skill, 50% chance to inflict frostbite, surround the enemies, and reduces 20% defense. This is nice, but I don't feel that this is like you have to have it to make the hero good. Because at +0, I have tested her out, and she's a monster, even at +0. Just make sure to give her a good shield weapon to help her survive, because she's gonna be really squishy in that case. Look at this her defense, super freaking squishy, guys. So yeah, make sure to give her a shield weapon if you have her at +0. +1 is good, but it's nothing to cry home about. But the +3, I think this is the sweet spot for her, for sure. I mean, yeah, revival, 100% HP. Yeah, a lot of heroes have this, but this increases damage dealt by 40%. So in other words, it's gonna be a point that she's gonna do 160% damage dealt, guys. That is freaking insane. At this point, when you have her at +3, you got to get her weapon to give her mana gain and all that good stuff. So yeah, very, very nice stuff to give there. If you don't have her at now that I think about it, if you don't have her at if you have her at +0 and you have direct rend, make sure that your direct rend goes off the times necessary for her to survive, with her giving her shields, and maybe you can get her own weapon at +0 in that case. If you don't have direct rend, don't give her own weapon, give her a shield weapon. That's for sure. That's the best recommendation for her. If you have a +0, you have to have direct rend. Spoiler alert. Anyhow, the +5 Immortal Killer, and also enhanced sables has 50% chance every turn to inflict frostbite to its random one ally for 2 turns. So that's really cool. So that's a random thing in that case. So that's really awesome. But the +5, it's cool, it's powerful, but it's nothing like this +3. 160% damage though is a +5. Believe me, guys, it's a really powerful ability. Highly recommended for sure, guys. Yeah. So yeah, Grusha is very powerful, and it opens the door for purple in a way that you feel that purple didn't really need, because Idritha is an absolute broken hero with the 9 badges. So yeah, that is really, really scary stuff, guys. It's not even funny. Yeah, very scary stuff for the future. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, these guys. I mean, the thing is that it's not focused on them, but at the same time, when you do get a 5-star hero, it's not gonna be one of the the normal heroes that you actually get. I'm so happy that I'm not gonna. If I summon here, I'm not gonna get a Zone How in that case. Let me see. I'm still missing a little bit. As you can see, I haven't had a lot of luck with this, because I have 15 summons right off the bat, really close. So I'm gonna try. But the thing is that I already have this guy over here, Gillian. So if I get any of these other heroes, I'm gonna be happy. I don't even have Lawrence, so yeah, I'm happy if I get Lawrence too. In that case, but I would love to upgrade my Belnos or my Lorenzo. That would be freaking amazing. I do not want Gillian. Bite my tongue, because I already have her at +5. I mean, but I highly recommend anybody to summon in this specifically if you're a player that you don't have a lot of heroes. For example, you don't have Belnos, or you have Belnos, but you want her at +1. If you want Lorenzo at +1, and this gal as well, and things like that in that case. So, and if you don't have Gillian, yeah, that's gonna be the best one for you for sure in that case if you actually summon here. But technically with the summon rates, it's less probable to get one of these 4 heroes. For example, if I only want Belnos, I'm gonna have a 25% chance to get Belnos, and not a 50% chance to actually get her, like in her own summon, for example. And that's what I'm trying to get. But the good thing is that you're not gonna get a bad hero, one of the old heroes from the past and things like that. So that is awesome. A lot of people already have all the old heroes already summoned here. So you can summon in this one. There's no really problems. I mean, and if you want to know which one of these heroes is the best, Gillian by far is the best hero out of all of them. And after that, Belnos is definitely a monster of a hero for sure. Anybody that doesn't have Belnos is gonna love having Belnos, because she's the only enemy realm user in purple, if I'm not mistaken. In that case. And then this guy Lorenzo, it's an absolute monster, even at plus freaking 0. The amount of shields that he creates is incredible. He's a key hero in many combo teams in the game. So yeah, he will serve you very well, and he overperforms a lot in plus freaking 0. He's a very powerful hero for sure. Out of all the options, Lawrence is the weakest one, even though she does turn enemies into red. She doesn't raise the damage dealt. She doesn't do a soul link. She doesn't do all the other things that other color changes actually do in the game. But that doesn't mean she's not a bad hero. She's not, but she's not a must-have. But she's not a bad hero. You'll be able to turn an enemy target into red, and also you're gonna suck the mana from that specific enemy. So in certain situations, Lawrence could be a key hero in taking out enemies. So she is powerful in that respect. So if you do get her, don't worry. She's not something that you actually have to have, but she is a very good addition for any blue team in that case. So yeah, if you really need any of these 4 heroes, you could try to summon here in that respect. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep trying because I really need specifically Belnos and Lorenzo. So 50% chance, it's not bad. Not bad. If I get a Gillian, I'm not gonna be happy because I already have her plus 5. So anyhow, let's talk about the 4 stars. Mary is an absolute monster of a hero still. She has been around the game ever since it was released, and not much has changed. Her ability to actually do extra damage is not even funny. You won't be able to use her on defense like in the past. You won't be able to use her on PvP as much as in the past. But in PvE, absolute monster. She overperforms better than many 5 stars in the game. It's not even funny. There's even some fights that it's not using purple to eliminate the enemy, like green and things like that. And you add her into the team, and she absolutely overperforms in incredible ways. It's not even funny. Give you the number 1 spot in Tower of Valor and many other places in the game, guys. So very powerful hero. Do not underestimate Mary. I mean, yeah, very scary hero. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the awakening for the 4 stars. Just make sure to get all the 4-star heroes with the 4 awakenings there, guys, for sure. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. And Asta, I've always loved Asta. Asta has the possibilities to actually make different combinations with other heroes that use Frosted, and after that, pretty much Frozen, like Karma. So there's and she's a very powerful tank, very powerful stuff, very cool hero to play around with, and and I've always loved Asta in general. She's a very cool hero. And Lena, I mean, now. I love her character design, but the only real reason you're gonna have Elena is to be able to get the whip on her to give energy to your entire freaking team. And that's pretty much it, because 50% defense is not something that you can write home about. So it's not going to help you a lot. So I don't really recommend you to get Lena in that case, unless you really need a hero to hold the whip, which is Thaurissan's weapon, and that's not going to help you out a lot in that case. in general. However, Tarmon, on the other hand, is a really good hero. You're able to use him in his own faction, in the Edward faction, and he's able to do a lot of stuff. He's a very powerful hero. Dodges like crazy, protects your team. Yeah, he does have his uses, especially for free to play, cheap to play. He can be a good tank, and if you're using him in his own faction, very powerful stuff, guys, for sure. And last but definitely not least, I remember a player was asking for Claqueta #2. When is Claqueta gonna come back? Well, I'm pretty sure by then he already came back a few times, but this is a really nice hero. He does give shields. He does give. He is fast. By the way, believe it or not, he doesn't look fast, but he's fast because yeah, his faction. And he's able to create shields and all that good stuff. And he's an amazing whip holder for sure. Very powerful hero. Very lots of uses for this guy for sure. And I like her character design. I do not like her at all. She doesn't really do anything. I mean, cleanse all debuffs and do nothing damage. Yeah, no. There's so many more heroes in the game that you can actually use than this, and this is not the one. Now, let's talk about the 3 heroes specifically. Which one of the 3 heroes do I recommend you to summon, or the very best option for in this situation? Honestly, it was actually a big difficult choice between this gal and this gal. And I'm going to go out on a limb and just go for Grusha this time around. Because Grusha, the good thing about Grusha, you're able to get her at +0 and you're ready to go. Does a bunch of damage. She dispels. She does a bunch of things. I mean, it's so it's so freaking amazing. Insulator is able to actually make your enemy team move a lot slower, but this gal will literally murder any target she actually targets. And when they actually die, they're gonna be replaced by a freaking Sable, and the Sable is gonna cause a lot of problems in the enemy team as well, especially if they have revival. Yeah, that's gonna cause a lot of problems. So I'm gonna go out on a limb because yeah, Insulator is an amazing hero. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say Grusha, because Grusha opens up so many doors in purple that it's not even funny. I knew that she was a must-have the moment that I saw her, but when I saw her in action, I was not ready to see the doors that she opens for purple that they were not open before this, including killing Insulator quicker in that case. So yeah. Very scary stuff, guys. I mean, yeah, Grusha is definitely the #1 option I'm going to give you. And you can use her +0. That's the best part. Just make sure to use a Director N if you're going to get her weapon. Her weapon is amazing. It's going to make her a lot faster. Mana gain by 90% is no joke, guys. Very powerful stuff, guys. And Insulator. I mean, Insulator was like neck to neck with Grusha, because Insulator is such an annoying hero. It's not even funny. There's so many teams that usually will not be good, and if they have Insulator, they become annoying. They become a problem. So yeah, Insulator is definitely an amazing option. If you decide to go for Insulator, it was not a wasted summon. She is a very, very powerful hero. And her realm is one of the few realms in the game that cannot be countered by other abilities in the game. Like, there's a realm for Agony. Like, Agony, if you have a hero that is immune to stuns, you can ignore his realm and just attack, because you're immune to stuns, so it doesn't really matter in that case. So, but Insulator, no, there's nothing. Maybe from her own faction, heroes that will prevent overload on your own team, but who has that team? Nobody uses that team on the attack, so it has to be destroy an Insulator, or you have to have a team realm user to actually counter her. And yeah, and since yellow, she's gonna be a possibility. It's gonna be coming off with Apollo, and she's gonna go off almost every single freaking turn, so it's gonna be really difficult, guys. Very powerful stuff. Do not underestimate Insulator for sure. And last, Shadow Luca. Shadow Luca. I mean, I don't recommend you to get Shadow Luca before these two for sure. But if you already have her, I mean, yeah, she does have your uses already explained. With the Drita, she's an absolute monster. With other heroes with her own realm, she's downright annoying. And in Damon teams, she is an absolute monster. I've tested her many times, and she does a really nice job there. So I recommend in those specific respects, guys, for sure. And you don't have to get her weapon. Mana game is good and all that good stuff, but she goes off on her own every 3 turns. You don't need this, even though this weapon is absolutely amazingly cute. But after that, yeah, no, don't get her weapon. Just give her a stone generator weapon for purple. She's an amazing hero to actually hold that, or an energy weapon as well, because she's gonna go off on her own in that case. Very powerful stuff, guys. Very cool hero, but not a must-have. Now, for the 4-star heroes, which one is my #1 option? I mean, it's too obvious. Has to be Mary. Mary, by far, is the #1 hero. She is just too impactful, guys. Way too impactful to ignore. The second option in this case, wow. I'm going to go with Tarmo. Tarmo, even though he's not like an incredibly broken hero, he has so many good combinations and cheap to play, free to play, that I'm going to give him the #2 spot because he has a lot of uses. Holding whip and making your team dodge and protecting your team and all that good stuff. So I think Tarmo is the #2 option here. And option #3, wow. It's going to be between Claqueta and Asta, and in this case, I'm going to go with Asta, because Asta, unlike Claqueta, Asta is able to actually combo off with certain heroes in the game, and you can actually make teams around that, so that's really powerful. Imagine using Asta with Yuki, with other heroes like Karma. I've seen this team on defense, and it works. I mean, it works, guys. Everybody's freaking frozen. Everybody starts to get damaged. Everybody starts to die if you don't start attacking quickly, and you're not going to be able to because even your cleanser is frozen. So, yeah, there's a few teams that are really nice to have with Asta. So, yeah, very powerful stuff. Claqueta, I really haven't seen like a team that does that. That's why I didn't choose him in that case. And again, this new summon, only summon if you need lots of new heroes, or if you really need one of these heroes, and you're probably gonna need some of these heroes. Gillian. Closer you can get to Gillian to +5, the better. So yeah, why not, guys? Why not? All right, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave in the comments, and we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.